Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Just wanted to share a little bit about the War of 1812, little recap here for us. So in this lesson, we're looking to describe the causes and effects of the War of 1812. So just to start with a brief overview here, the war changed the course of American history. It is a war between British and the United States. It is the first time that the United States will declare war on a foreign nation. Um, America managed to gain international respect, and we have a rise in nationalism as a result of this war. I want to take a look at some of our causes and effects of the war. So I have this flow map here to help us understand a little bit easier and visually the causes and the effects of the War of 1812. So a major cause of the War of 1812 is interference and harassment of U.S. ships and U.S. citizens. Impressment is a key vocab word. So impressment is the idea of forcibly taking men into a military or naval force by compulsion with or without notice. And the British are taking U.S. citizens and impressing them into their naval ranks. And this is going to obviously cause problems and strained relations between the U.S. and Great Britain. Along with the interference with American ships, the British also decide to support the Native American resistance against the United States. And when we see that resistance supported by Great Britain, the United States says that's enough and they declare war on Great Britain. A few facts about the war itself. Again, it is the first time that the U.S. will declare war on a foreign nation. The battles are fought throughout the United States. There are several naval battles, and there's also fighting in Canada as Great Britain is controlling Canada at this time. Andrew Jackson is a military leader during the War of 1812 for the United States. He has a victory at the Battle of New Orleans, which catapults him to military fame and eventually political fame, which we'll talk about in our next lesson. The Star-Spangled Banner is written during the War of 1812, and more importantly is that the Washington, the capital, is attacked and burned by British troops. The White House is attacked and burned, and the Capitol is attacked in 1814. President Madison actually puts out a proclamation after the attack on the Capitol where he calls the British actions uncivilized and barbaric. When we're looking at the effects, major effects of the War of 1812, a U.S. victory, which leads to growth in U.S. nationalism and patriotism, pride in our nation. It also reveals the need for a strong standing army to exist. It strains the relationships between the United States and Native Americans, which had already previously been strained. So just because of that British going to the Native Americans, offering support for a resistance movement against the United States does not trust many Native American nations at this time. No real territory changes, although it does pave the way to acquire Florida and the Oregon Territory shortly after. We have a growth in industry and manufacturing, and the downfall of the Federalist Party, who end up looking unpatriotic for not supporting the war to begin with. So I just wanted to go over some of the quick details here. Of the War of 1812 for you as a little recap for us. Again, looking at all the extra resources that are embedded into these slides will be really helpful. Thank you for watching.